Hello all, welcome to yet another FFT arena matchup here. And this time, on top we have DomieV's team known as Famous Knights. On bottom is Fenire's team known as Crass. So for DomieV we have Arthur the Paladin, Paige the Paladin, Lancelot the Paladin, and Alicia the Paladin. Well, what we got pretty much here is an all Paladin team. This Paladin right here is a Southern Cross user. Also has Iron Will and Transfusion. Comes with Abandon, Elf Mantle, give him a decent amount of evade. Draw only knows Masamune, so he can grant himself auto regen as well as move HP up. It complements the Transfusion idea too, so it's a pretty versatile unit. It can be supportive in terms of HP healing, as well as very damaging thanks to Southern Cross. Has Iron Will for both Protect and Shell. This is an item bot Paladin with also Iron Will that can inflict Protect and Shell. Battle Axe for decap proc. Lots of physical evade. This is a Time Magic Paladin with the lowest amount of evade out of anyone else in the group. But he has 10 speed, short charge, which means slow 2. Sinkhole and Balance can be going off a lot. Also has Absorb MP, so he won't be really running out of MP anytime soon. So he's immune to Silence and Berserk. That's a very good call. Immune to Sleep and Frog. At least if Don't Act, it'll wear off in time. So I actually kind of like this setup personally. And there's a Paladin of Magic Defend up. Also carries a Battle Axe, Auto Potion, and Move MP up. So Light Robe for always regen, which is good. Supports Transfusion, because you want at least some form of HP regenerator to keep up with the transfusions. Of course, this item bot Paladin's right there anyways. There's also another transfusion user. But yeah, you get the idea. Crosshelm Light Robe gives the Paladin plenty of MP, so she has like Raise 2 and Asuna, as well as Re-Raise. Magic Defend up, so that way she won't suffer as badly from magic attacks. Yep, that's pretty much all there is to say. Very, very tanky team. Very high on sandbag power. Meanwhile, Crass has, Fenire has Ernest the Mime, Too Soon the Mediator, Time Out the Paladin, and Pratt the Samurai. What this basically is here is a miming team, with the mime leading the group. This is a mediator that only knows Cyclops with summon magic as well as short charge. Golden Hairpin to give the boost to Holy. Or a Chelcum to give her some extra move. Magic Ring to prevent silence. So, yeah. Pretty effective mediator, but only knows Cyclops as an offensive summon magic. Not sure how well that's going to do, but at least she's going to be consistent with it. This unit just has to be aware of Curse Rain users or Holy Absorb users. The Paladin here with Beast and Boat and Heaven's Cloud for 2 swords can inflict both silence and slow, which is a very good thing. Has Masamune, so he can inflict double regen onto himself. Move HP up to Jimenez Boots, so this guy can actually run up and do his damage. And finally, a Teleport into Samurai with MP Restore. Magic Attack up with Muramasa. Summon Magic also carries like Fairy, Carbuncle, and Moogle too. Crystal Helm to prevent Don't Act, and Magic Ring to prevent silence. Wizard Robe and Kiramori, adding some more MA. So yeah, pretty well, pretty much just a miming team. Mimic summons and Mimic dual wielding pretty much, and Mimic draw out. So, first round between these two will be going to map 102, which is tutorial 2. There we go. So we got DomieV's team in the red and Fenire in the black. Both teams are just charging forward right now. To see, Alicia will just do nothing at the moment. Here comes Cyclops. Gets blocked. See, the mime will rush forward. Lancelot will rush forward and go for a instant slow 2. Slow 2 is always good because you can always slow down more than one batch of enemies. See, timeout will rush forward. Go for Masamune himself. Alicia will rush forward. There's a counter, but there was no decap proc. Too soon. Goes for a dagger shot. Oh, Mimic backfire. Mimic backfire. Ouch. That's not good for Fenire. Having mimes can be a bit of a risk because... Oh. You might see double auto potion right there. And Mimic Miramasa. So that was good use of the mime right there. But the earlier one was not good use of the mime. Slow 2 hits everyone on Fenire's squad here. And double panel South and Cross drops both of them. The Fenire's Paladin and the mime. And Iron Will from Paige being pretty passive so far. Media though can bring back both units with Fairy. And she's gonna need to. So both units get right back up. Arthur will go for another double kill, double panel Southern Cross. And things are not looking good for Fenire right now. See another slow 2 on the Mediator. And Arthur will not quite finish off the Samurai. She just hung in there. If it was a crit shot, though, I would definitely call the game. Bagwhack got blocked, and Arthur will go for one more Southern Cross, dropping the Samurai. Oh, no, not quite. She blocked it. Fenire's team trying to play catch-up here. See Paige, nothing to do. Lancelot will go for another slow 2. The mime will go after Arthur. See, haste is just beginning to wear off. Now haste can get reapplied. Arthur will go kill the mime. See, the Mediator will go for yet another fairy. Lancelot will be right there for the sinkhole, though. He's at 10 speed, so he's just fast enough to cancel that. Miramasa misses thanks to Abandon. Double block. Pretty much almost every paladin that DomieV has is rather evasive. No decap proc that time. See, Lancelot will go for another slow 2. Too far away for a sinkhole anyways. See, Arthur will go for another double pound Southern Cross. Puts the Mediator in a critical. And Paige will finish off the Mediator. Another slow 2 from Lancelot. Which does connect. See, Arthur will go kill the Dueling Paladin. Now it's already 4-on-1. I don't think that Samurai's got what it takes to come back from this, though. She's gonna go for one more fairy. Brings back 2 units, but the same 2 units will go right back down. Southern Cross is just so good. And decap proc does not quite finish off the Samurai, but this next axe shot will. So, DomieV takes round 1. We shall see what happens in round 2. Round 2 is now underway as we are now on map 36, Church Outside of Town. Last match, Lancelot did a good job keeping the Resurrectors in check with Sinkhole. And not to mention keeping everyone else slowed down, no pun intended, with Slow 2. So now I'm going to see how round 2 shapes up. This is a very, very tight-end map. You can see the choke point in around the bell tower. The church bells. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. There we go. Triple Talon Cyclops goes off. Hits 2 people, actually. And the blind block actually hit the abandoned paladin. So Paige has to, well, heal him up, actually. I was going to remove the antidote. Slow 2 hits 2 people. See a bit of a counter flood. And Southern Cross gets blocked because of the blind. And Arthur needs to get that blind removed right now. So otherwise, doesn't matter how hard he can hit, he has to land the hits. So a little bit of transfusion to heal everyone up. The Mediator will go for a quad panel Cyclops, instant Cyclops. Mimic Cyclops did not, compute. See, Lancelot will go for a 300 damage balance, putting the Mediator into critical. See, and a Mimic Murasame, very nice. Healing away all the damage balance was able to do. Don't Move proc after the counter flood. And we are going to see an Asuna to get rid of the Don't Move, as well as the blind. See, Lancelot will go for another Slow 2. Timeout. Crit shot nails it. Slow 2 hits everyone. See, no counter flood this time. DomieV's units are pretty much trapped in the corner. Don't know if it's good or if it's bad. We are going to have to wait and see here. Another Cyclops. Mime is going to rush forward. And Alicia goes for the re-raise. Very much needed, actually. See, Cyclops goes off. See, Absorb MP. Mimic Cyclops missed. And there's the balance. Lancelot knew to go for balance right away because he was going to get targeted with Cyclops, survive the damage, and just KO the Mediator. That's what DomieV needs here, is those moments where, with units in critical, nail the balance and take out whoever pronto. Arthur goes for a Southern Cross, 220 damage onto the Samurai. Alicia would do nothing. Lancelot will go for another balance. Survives and kills the Samurai. Alicia survived with the auto potion. Paige right there for the high potion. So far, DomieV is doing a very good job weathering the storm, and that seems to be the concept of this strategy. Survive whatever damage you can, and then dish it out right back afterwards. And you can do that with balance, re-raise, Iron Will, Absorb MP even after re-raise, so that's very good. Another balance to kill the Samurai, very good. And transfuse from Arthur. Paige pays him kindly with a high potion. See, Beelzebub, not for a whole lot of MP loss right there. Paladin again with a Beelzebub draw, low MA, not generally that good. A unit with high MA is preferred if you're going to be using the Beelzebub draw. Plus Lancelot still has plenty of MP left. And he can nail those slow 2s. eats a counter flood for his trouble though. See, Arthur will rush forward and goes for a melee shot and gets it. So let's see, Paige would do nothing. He's got nothing to do at the moment. Lancelot will go for another balance. Hits the mime. Does not eat a counter flood. And mimic Mirasame to keep that mime alive, actually. So not a bad idea. See, another Beeson boat. But that's going to backfire a bit. The media eats a chunk full of that one. Paige goes for an axe shot. Does not get the decap proc, though. Double pound Southern Cross, but I guess Paige just had to take it for the team. Media goes for Faith, so that way her chances of Fairy are guaranteed. The Mime also gets Faith as well, but that leaves him open to 100% chance of hitting balance. Another counter flood. And the Mime could get targeted again. Transfuse from Alicia. With 2 units having transfusion, both of them having relatively high HP, is very, very effective way of sandbagging. So Paige will go for Hyether onto... Who was that? Arthur? Yes, it was Arthur. So the Ernst will rush forward. 113 damage onto Lancelot, who rushes back. Goes for another balance, 215 damage worth. Eats a counter flood. See, Moogle will go off on the Faith of Mine. Wow. And Transfuse once again. Definitely having 2 units of Transfusion is really, really interesting. And actually rather effective. You can just heal off whatever damage by sacrificing a portion of your own HP. Swing and a miss. Counter flood, gusty wind. Another balance on the mine. Does not put him in a critical. See Carbuncle from the Mediator. Carbuncle from the Mime, which doesn't really do a whole lot since Mimes don't really use MP. Mimic Beeson Boats, though, however, are really, really good. Axe Shot, there was actually a no decap proc. Let's see, Lancelot will go for a bad shot. Eats a slow proc for his trouble, though, however. So yeah, Mimic Beeson Boats are good, but the male Paladin doing the Beeson Boat, not good. That's all I can really say about that. See, Blind proc, but that's going to trigger Absorb MP, which is more Cyclops. And Lancelot gets up from re-raise and goes for a balance. But that won't go off in time, unfortunately. The mine was just fast enough, thanks to haste. So Alicia will be looking for a race 2. Melee shot. And no decap proc. Oh, sleep proc. This could be Fenire's opening here, actually. See, Cyclops goes off. Hits 2 units. Raise 2 does go off, and it does connect. Auto Potion. Paige is just hanging in there. Just barely. Alicia also is in some trouble. And we're going to see 100% slow 2 happen here. Hits them both. No counter flood. Muramasa missed. And I see a Mimic Muramasa backfire coming up. Oh, Death Sentence onto the Mediator. This could be proven to be a fatal mistake on Fenire's part. Drum MP from Lancelot. Alicia does more transfusion, trying to recover some of her HP as well as MP. Paige is right there though. And protecting the female paladin in the meantime from further abuse. At least further physical abuse. That sounds like he's trying to protect her from rape or something. Alright, Jesus. Everyone's pretty much still in this thing. See, no decap proc. Slow 2 onto the samurai. Arthur goes for a melee shot. So the Mediator is just about done. Oh, but Sinkhole's gotta cancel that. Very good move. Yep, Sinkhole does go off, preventing Cyclops from hitting. Mime just gets out of dodge. See, Arthur will rush forward, whacks the samurai. And another slow 2 from Lancelot. Mime just rushes forward. And hooray, more Murasame. Meteor does go down. Arthur gets silenced, but silence doesn't mean much to him, really. So Lancelot will go for yet another slow 2. No axe shot from the Paladin. She really needs to remove Suna on herself. Paige can nail the axe shot, though. Lancelot's gonna be looking for balance. Misses the mime. Eats another counter flood. Arthur will go for Masamune. So the Mediator is down. Samurai slowed. Don't know if she's good. She might be able to pull off a raise, a fairy in time. We'll have to wait and see, though. See, there's an Asuna. At least with the Asuna, the blind proc's removed. Another slow. Samurai is able to resurrect the Mediator. More counter floods. Arthur gets the hell out of dodge. And the Mediator does get right back up. And more Masamune. Alicia will rush forward. No decap proc, unfortunately. Lancelot will be right there for the balance as Paige would do nothing. Mime does finally go down. 70 damage balance, but the Mediator will be right there for a fairy. Once again, here comes the Mimic Beeson Boats. Oh, decap proc kills the mime. Very nicely done. Well, Lancelot was not in range for the Beeson Boat, so he can still throw those spells around, which is a very good thing. And hang on, guys, I will be right back. I just have to use the restroom. Give me a moment. Alright, I'm back. So in the meantime, we're pretty much seeing a lot of the same stuff. Everyone's boxed in. Nothing major's happening. Arthur goes for a melee whack, does not get it. Eats counter flood once again. Paige is keeping the MP pool up though. Ooh, knockback shot from the mime. That might change things considerably. Another re-raise and another slow 2. At least now with Paige, he can actually support, I think, a little bit better. He can just chuck items from below, up top. Items do have some pretty good vertical range. Slow 2 hitting only the samurai. And no decap proc. Another counter flood. High other on to Arthur, so now he can get back in range for the southern crosses. He hops up, kills the mime finally. And slow 2 hits everyone. Alicia will do nothing. Lancelot will go for another slow 2, canceling the haste. There's a southern cross. Does not put timeout in the critical. Meteor though will be in range for Fairy. And will go off. Doesn't get the mime though. That could be a difference maker, actually. Paige will go after the samurai. Decap proc kills her. So silence hits, but that doesn't really affect this particular paladin too much. In fact, I don't think it affects him at all. Now the mime gets right back up, and now Arthur can just lay waste to him again. DomieV's team pretty much recovering every bit by the second. He's got 2 battle axe users still intact, and Arthur's right there to basically put back down the mime. Yep. And both shots connected despite abandon. Mime gets up once again. And goes after Arthur. Puts him in the critical though. Slow 2 hits. Alicia trying to go for the Asuna. Not sure if that's going to work. Not sure if that's going to be necessary or not. Asuna hits anyways, though. And down he goes with a crit shot, but re-raise is still there. And Fairy brings back the samurai once again. Slow 2 connects. See, what will Alicia do? Axe shot, no decap proc. Iron Will from Arthur as he rushes the hell out of dodge. And probably the safest place for him at the moment. Double Pale Muramasa. Oh, a death sentence proc. Alicia will be right there for the re-raise though. So Balance takes down the samurai. Alright, re-raise from Alicia onto Lancelot, who receives Absorb MP for it. Melee shot, no counter flood. Rather lucky. Lancelot should probably cancel. Oh, he's gonna go after the mime instead of canceling the fairy. Don't know if that's gonna be a good idea or not. He does get a counter flood though. Alicia just needs to nail a re-raise on the Paige. Arthur blocks it. Mime is in critical. Timeout goes back after Lancelot. Oh, kills him. Gets up from re-raise, goes for a balance on the mediator. Alicia does go for the re-raise on the Lancelot once again. Nails the balance, killing the mediator, 333 damage. And down goes the mime. Oh, that's right. Paige does have re-raise. That's why she didn't go for the re-raise. Balance on the timeout. And I think DomieV does finally have this match to a close. Once Lancelot gets right back up, he just needs to nail one more balance, and that will do it. Re-raise tricks proven to be very, very effective. Especially if you be going for balance right afterwards. So, DomieV takes this one. GG.